So, I recently just finished watching You're My Sky. And let me tell you, that silly little basketball show changed my life. This video contains spoilers for the show. I highly recommend watching the show first if you haven't already. Upon first glance, You're My Sky just looks like another sports drama. It is very much a sports-oriented story, don't get me wrong. To me though, what sets You're My Sky apart from its competition is its ability to take an overused trope sports boys live, laugh, love, and turn it into something uniquely beautiful. Also, I must add, I know absolutely nothing and care very little about the sports in this show, yet this BL is a contender for if not my favorite BL of all time. Insanity. Firstly, I have to say that I love the way the screenwriters and directors organize this show. A good show doesn't need to focus on only 3 storylines to be comprehensive like this one did. In other words, a storyline being comprehensive doesn't mean the storyline is good. However, You're My Sky manages to do both. Its 3 storylines are easy to follow and they're so engaging in their own right that you want to keep following each one, even if one is situationally going better than another. Cough dome cough v cough cough. Every couple in this show deserves their own in-depth analysis, but I will spare you all from the 5-paragraph essays and just share a few of my thoughts on each. I absolutely adore Ayan and Sayin. They're everything to me. These two, as well as the other 2 couples, but these 2 especially, have some of the best chemistry I have seen in a long time. I was in love the moment I saw them. As a character is so incredibly precious to me and hits home a little bit too hard. Sayin is an angel. 1 in 7 billion. There is no one with more love. At first I was worried that if I didn't have interest in Sayin that Sayin would pressure I until he did, which Sayin absolutely did not do because he is best boy. One could argue that I wouldn't have opened up to Sayin if Sayin didn't insist that he did, which is true, but I think that it's exactly what I needed. Someone like I who is shy when confronting the idea of being in a relationship, especially one that is completely foreign to them, have very valid reasons to be. But that doesn't mean that they hate the idea either. So the fact that Sayin picked up on this multiple times and gave I time to make up his mind each time, consent, everyone, before pressing any further just made me admire their dynamic even more. The long distance thing hurt my heart, but they handled it so well, using words and acting when words failed. As someone whose love language is somewhere between words of affirmation and acts of service, yeah, they hold a special place in my heart. The beauty of this relationship is that it is so incredibly human. From what I have gathered, Dome and V are quite popular, and I can honestly understand why. Their relationships end was sad, but I think that the way the show tied it together was masterfully done. Out of all of the couples in this show, this one is the most realistic, which is why I think many people find their story compelling. V clearly suffered the most from his love for Dome. He loves Dome and Dome loves him, but he loves his sister, and his sister loves him. It's an impossible situation, one that I thought would have a much worse ending than it did. The last episode where they shared food together on the staircase, I nearly cried, bro. V needed that more than anything. I feel like everything with them happened so fast for them that to turn back and stop was impossible. My headcanon is that they take things slow from now on, get to know each other beyond just mere attraction, and that V can live his life again and return to running with a peaceful mind and a happy heart. It's what he deserves. He's a runner, he's a track star. I have to admit that I think these 2 are my favorite couple. Yes, I know very stereotypical of me, but listen. Whenever things got real angsty I definitely sought comfort in Ayan and Sayin. They spoiled us so much for real. But objectively, I must say that Faf and Torn's story was the most emotionally investing, and therefore, I feel the strongest connection to them. Torn's passion for basketball was interchangeable with his love for Faf since childhood, which is why their relationship's conflicts hit me so hard. There were moments where I felt as though Faf didn't understand how much Torn had been through and sacrificed for him to follow his dream. I mean, Torn basically opened Faf's eyes to see what was possible. In the end it was clear that Faf had gone through immense character development in his time away from Torn. I don't know if Faf could have ever understood what Torn endured to be with him, playing basketball, but it definitely took great maturity for Faf to love and embrace Torn when he was finally beyond his breaking point and set Torn back on the right path as Torn had done for him. I love them and I think that they absolutely made this show what it is for me. This show absolutely understood the assignment. Its cinematography, are you kidding? This show could and should seriously be studied. The angles, the lighting, the colors, bro. The music. Don't even get me started. I will not shut up about how good the production quality was. I know I said Faf and Torn were what made this show for me, but it was actually the production quality, half joking. Unfortunately, I know very little about Worldwide Entertainment and their actors, but I will definitely be on the lookout for their future content. This video falls outside of the realm of my usual content, but I had a really strong desire to talk about this show since it has left such a lasting impression on me. Perhaps I will make more videos like these in the future. Thank you for watching, bye bye.